Okay, what this method uses is almost like a pin. Okay, here's a pin, like a split pin. And this is a damaged stepper. There's an actual groove in the stepper shaft that this pin goes through the hole in here, in the bottom of this part here, and that's what grips it. Now these steppers do have a flat edge on. Try and show you that a bit closer so you can see that groove there. You can probably see how it's still bent, so I'm waiting for a new stepper for that. But I'm going to buy two steppers, so you know it keeps them in balance. If you buy two steppers from the same people, they're going to be basically exactly the same. So what I'm thinking about doing is actually taking this off, this sort of bottom unit here, down here, and tapping out the hole that's already in here to say 3 or 4 millimeters. I'm not sure what size hole that is yet, and then putting a grub screw in, and then that grub screw can be tightened up. Now I think, pretty sure there's already a grub screw in a higher one up there, so why they didn't use one down here I don't really know. So I'm going to be looking at taking this one off on the left, because obviously that one is like easier to do because the stepper's already off there while I wait for new things, because the stepper is already off there, because obviously the stepper's not on there, because that's the one that was causing a wobble. You should have seen the state of this shaft. This is after I've straightened it up as much as I can, just about. You should have seen it before. It was absolutely ridiculous. If you see my other videos, you'll see that. So basically I'm just going to remove this part off the end of this threaded rod. Well, I'm going to remove this build plate, and it's basically pressed down. There's like keyholes, bolts in here. Well, the trouble is here to slide past. It's very hard to do because I have to get my hand underneath and hold. The camera being here makes it a lot more difficult. But gradually I can press down and slide it back and get loose on these keyhole sort of shapes here. I'm taking that off just to make sure that I don't make it any worse than it already is. Yes, right. Okay. Then got some spanners here, and there is like a flat edges on this one. Now that grub screw, I'm a bit unsure about that. I'll probably have to remove that as well. But first of all, I'm just going to unloosen this one, take it up quite a bit, reasonable amount. I cannot turn this here. No, actually there's 2 grub screws, one either side. So those will be Allen sort of shaped. Hopefully you can see that. And I'm going to get some Allen keys and remove them. And what I'm using is this. These have been very good. These come with a sort of Allen size. This is M2. Just loosen that one off. There's another one, the opposite side. Loosen that one off. I'm not sure how far. Does this? I'm going to almost take them all the way out actually. Be careful not to lose them. Sorry if my hands are getting in the way there. still does not want to seem to want to turn, so I'm actually removing these, put them somewhere safe. Now that is not turning. I would have expected that to be able to turn. Okay, what I'm going to do, I found two nuts that just about fit. Sorry about that. So I found these two nuts that just about fit. Now I tried a lot of metric nuts and they screw on just about halfway and they don't fit. So this must be a AF thread or something on here, I imagine. But it doesn't seem to be like metric. So I'm going to tighten these up right against each other at the top, and that will give me something to grip on. And then I should be able to turn this one at the bottom, hopefully. So let me tighten those up against each other at the top first. Couple of spanners. Pretty firmly against each other, not overly tight. So I'm basically going to grip these with one spanner and then see if I can undo this. So I'll come down here and I'll lock the camera off and we'll see if we can manage this. I think a smallish spanner on the top. I want to put on the bottom nut actually, that's against these, so that, yes, that's turned there. Now I'm just gripping by my thumb and finger. Sorry if my hand's in the way there. So we've got this. So we've got this here. So I'm going to probably tap out these bottom holes with M3, M4. I'll have to measure the size. Actually, there is a thread on there. I can see a thread in there. Definitely. Don't know how well that shows up on the camera. And on the top one, yeah. So they both got threads in already. On both sides. So why they've used like this pin thing idea, I do not know. Let me see if this one of these other grub screws. So I'm going to try this grub screw in here. Yes, that fits. That's where the pin, like the pin thing went in. And that screws in there, no problem. So that grub screw I've put in there, let's see. Yeah. So why on earth did they use this method of having a pin and then having a great big chunk took out the shaft? When most sort of shafts will have a flat edge on anyway. So I was thinking I was going to actually have to tap out one of these holes, whichever one actually goes up this way, doesn't it? Yeah. I thought I would have to tap out this bottom hole here, but I won't need to because they've already got the thread on. So that is the trick up there. 2 nuts basically tighten against each other, and that gives me a chance to unscrew the part on there. So I'm basically going to put this grub screw back as it was.